Welcome, Thibault, Anne-Laure, and Frederic. It's a real pleasure to have you today on this stage to discuss AI in customer care. So maybe to start the discussion, Anne-Laure, may you share with us some key figures on Orange customer care and also explain to us the opportunities and challenges you are facing?
Hello, everybody. So yes, a few figures to begin to give the overview of what we are talking about. In 1 year at Orange France on the B2C market, we will average have 170 million customer interactions in all the channels overall. Among that, we will have 25 million with calls, with agents, and 5 million written conversations. So it's quite an important number and quite an important base of costs. We also, of course, worked a lot to have some autonomous and digital customer journeys. So among this 170, 100 million are already digital. But still, we have a lot of challenges to have a better customer relationships with agents in call centers. So we have a huge work to do to have better customer satisfaction, optimize the cost, because as I said, the cost is quite important, and of course, generate some revenues. For the agents, we have a lot of external agents, and we have internal agents. We decided to have a strategy so that we focus all the internal people agents on some areas of expertise to have a differentiation for them. So if you are calling for a specific use case, very sensitive for our customers, like house moving, you will have an internal and very expert with a dedicated expertise people to answer all your questions. So as I said, cost cutting, optimize revenues, and of course, customer satisfaction to improve.
Very clear. Frederic, you are supporting many telco players around the world in overcoming the challenges that Anne-Laure just mentioned and in shaping also the customer care of the future. May you share with us some use cases, that you are doing with these clients globally?
Sure. You're right. We work a lot with telcos, and as Anne-Laure was mentioning, there is a lot of use cases, especially around customer care, which is probably the biggest topic for the reason you was mentioning. So it's about, of course, powering next generation of infobot. It's about helping as well real agents with assistance at different level. It's also about providing more analytics on the content of the call to know how to adapt and to improve, basically, for the team on this kind of content. So this is customer care. We are also working a lot regarding the, let's say, whole customer experience topics. So it can be related to marketing, where GenAI is very helping on content generation, personalized content generation. More on the commerce side, we are doing as well a lot of hyper personalization with AI. Is very different from what you are doing even some months ago, actually. And we are working as well on the whole value chain again, and we are working as well a lot on the network part, let's say, of the telcos as well, to do some kind of capacity planning with the GenAI, or as well helping the technician, I will say, on the field with some assistance. Yeah, so these are the main use cases, I will say. Saying that, one of the technology we are light on this is, we have many technologies, but it's really what we call multimodality. We already talked about that in some previous sessions. It's really about having the capability to understand not only the text, but also the voice, images, or videos. And we believe it can help a lot this kind of use cases on knowledge management, of course, but also in the context of customer care, where you can upload some images and tomorrow some videos and do some deep analysis on that.
Very clear. Thibault, another very transformative use cases in the field is the one of augmented agents. We all know that it's more than just a use case, it's a real company transformation. May you share with us your experience in Spain? Explain to us how you go beyond the launch of isolated use cases to realize a true company transformation.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here in Paris to talk about AI, because when you live abroad, especially in Europe, Paris is a little bit seen as the place to be in AI, and this is mainly due to this kind of events. Just maybe 2 words on the Spanish market. You've seen maybe that we're merging Orange with another player, which is the number 4 of the market, and we are now number 1 in terms of customers above Telefónica. We are not as big as Orange France, obviously, but maybe one day we will get there. And this is a remarkable achievement, because it's the first market in the world that these things happens. Last year, we roll out 3 use cases about augmented agents, which is for us a very high-level priority. Because customer care is so important for telco that anything that you can do to improve efficiency or improve even the quality of the customer care, we believe it's a sustainable advantage. The first one, to describe them shortly, the first one is a smart summary. When we use a lot of messaging, and the messaging, an agent manage between 3 to 4, even 5 conversations, so he's switching from one customer to another. And without GenAI, the agent must read all the conversations and remember a little bit what the context. Obviously, GenAI helps a lot in that dimension. The second one, and it's probably the most successful one, is what we call Copilot for agents. It's like a ChatGPT-like interface, right, where the AI is providing suggested answer to the customer, and also the agent can use the AI to ask questions about, for example, the size of the screens or the battery, or technical questions that he doesn't know. And the last use case that we've been rolling out is what you call hyper-personalization. It's basically the analysis of all the conversations that we have on a daily basis with our customers. We have, with our prospects, 1,500 conversations in a day, and we're analyzing this conversation over the night to be able to extract some insights, to know what are weak points, how we can do to sell more, extra. So that are the 2 use cases that today are in production in Spain.
Thank you. It can be very interesting to put your experience in perspective with the one that Anne-Laure, you are experiencing in France. We know that for several years now, you are leveraging AI to improve the efficiency of your customer care. You launched your conversational agent Jingo in 2019. May you share with us some field experience, to complete Frédéric's and Thibault's answer, and also explain to us how generative AI helps you to be more performing today?
Yes, so maybe 2 different use cases that I can share today. First, and for these 2 use cases, we began with AI, and now we are improving the use case with Gen AI. The first one is the recommendation and, as we say, next best action, next best offer engine. So this is something that we have developed so that we can send or have for the agents dedicated, personalized recommendations to help develop the revenues. And first of that, a few years ago, we developed with AI this engine and this next best offer tool. We developed and we implemented in all the channels, the shops, the customer centers, the digital interfaces. So with this first step, took some time and a lot of transformation. And with this first step, we had a lot of improvements in terms of revenues. And at the same time, we were sending less recommendation or less pressure on these customers. So quite good results. And now we are on the step 2, so we can go further. So we made a proof of concept with Mistral, using the generative AI to improve the messages and to improve the way we were sending these recommendations. So we made 2 things. First, of course, help with Gen AI to generate a lot of messages. And the second part was help with Gen AI to generate personae. So we have segment of customers. So on the one side, we generated 44 different messages for the offers we wanted to recommend and promote, and 22 different personas. And the combination of the messages and the personae had for result plus 8% click and around 15% transformation. So it's another step in the hyper personalization. So first use case, and the second one is for the customer relationship. As I said, we have millions of interactions, so we began to develop chatbot journeys. So we had assistance chatbot. We were developing customer journey by customer journey, and it was taking some time, and we had a lot of customer questions that was not so easy to develop in the chatbot, but it was nearly impossible. So we were just sending an answer to the customer, like he has a question. Okay, maybe you can find this answer in this FAQ, but then the customer has to find the answer by himself. With the IAGen, we have co-developed with Google an infobot, so a chatbot embedded with GenAI. So the funny fact is that we developed the first version more than 1 year ago with Google in 3 weeks, because we said, okay, we have to go fast. AI goes so fast, so we have to develop a first prototype. And we have to do it now. And if we had said 3 months, I'm sure we couldn't have made it. But we said 3 weeks. 3 weeks after we had the first prototype, and we decided to put it in the hands of the customers. So the whole summers we put on the website the model, and we learned from and it was learning, of course, day by day. And now we are industrializing. We are in the industrialization of the infobot, and thanks to that, we have put our 30,000 FAQs. Yes, we have a lot, because a lot of different customer questions in the model. And thanks to that, the model will give to the customer the answer with the French and the written response instead of the link to the FAQ. So, of course, it's more efficient. And, of course, the customer satisfaction is much, much better.
Thank you, Anne-Laure. It's quite impressive to see that you succeeded in putting GenAI in front of clients. We all know that there are a lot of challenges behind the use of this technology. Maybe, Thibault, can you say a word about the challenges that you are experiencing in Spain?
I think the main challenge of AI today is trust. And I will explain why. Because I see many AI vendors pitching on value. You know, AI brings value. We know that. It's not a question. The big question is for us. We are Orange, and we are an industrial leader with a volume of interaction which is huge. Anne-Laure gave a few numbers. And for me, for example, in Spain, I manage 1 million conversations per year, which is, by the way, is very low compared to other numbers. So when you say, for example, the AI is reliable at 99%, what does that mean, 99% reliability? Right? It seems high. Okay, that means 10,000 low-quality conversations per year. So it's more or less 50 low-quality conversations per day. How many of them will end on the social networks? That's the question. And of course, I think the reliability of AI has improved enormously over the last year, enormously. But still, those are systems that by default, by design, are probabilistic, obviously. So it's very difficult to know what will happen and what will be the outcome. So having said that, we are in a paradox that it's easier when you are Orange, an industrial leader. Industrial means lots of volumes and trusted industrial leader. It's easier to manage systems that are maybe less reliable, because human beings are less reliable than machine. We know that, but they are more accountable. And then you have the big question on that. So for me, this is the main point that today is not completely solved. I think we made good progress over the last year, technologically. But still, when this is a main barrier to put a client-facing AI, and I'm very, I think the move made by Orange is a very bold move on that one.
Frederic, maybe how are you supporting your clients in overcoming all of those complexities?
First of all, I fully agree that this is a main topic, actually. We all love innovations and shiny stuff, but yeah, making giving more trust on the GenAI is a big topic, actually. So there is no magic answer, but there is still answers. And we think that the topic is really about the platform. We are all talking today and the other day about GenAI models. There is also AI platforms that allow you to put it in your context of the enterprise, of course, but also deploying all the techniques that allow you to give better results, better quality of results. We talked about RAG before. There is other techniques like tuning some models, grounding your results with other data sources, I will say. So there is plenty of model, and to manage that for your use cases, you need the right model, of course, and you need the platform. At Google, our AI platform is called Vertex AI. It allows you to manage actually this kind of operation around GenAI, including as well FinOps, which is as well a topic, of course, when you're using this kind of technology. And it's not only for Google model, Gemini, it's also for other models because we support more than 130 models in this platform. So it's allow you to integrate, again, your process and to check the quality and to fine-tune the answer that you can get from this kind of model to reduce the uncertainty and give more trust, actually, in these kind of topics. So this is the main answers. And of course, the models also have something to say, I will say. And in Gemini, we give some features that help as well to give better results. Just 2 examples. The first one is what we call large context windows. That means that you can send more data basically to your model. So without needing to fine tune it, you can send more information, and so you accept to have more precise answer to it because you send much more information, like a full book of information, etc., depending on your use cases. And the second one is that you can ground the results of your Gemini, the Gemini results with Google Search. The Google search that you all know, that can help you to give some source and some evidence on the results, and so give more trust again on the result you get from this. So, yeah.
Very clear. It's nice to see that we have solutions in front of us to overcome these challenges. May we do a closing note? 1 minute? Okay. As a closing note, maybe now what's next for Orange Spain, Orange France, and Google in 1 sentence?
Or maybe for us, we have 2 frontiers. First one is customer-facing AI. I think we are there almost, but still we need to cross the border. And the second one is voice. I think with the recent developments in that sector, both from Google or OpenAI, there is a huge opportunity ahead of us. And I don't know if it's 24, maybe it's 25, but it's coming soon.
So for Orange France, as you said, trust is very important. So first is to succeed in the industrialization, and supervision is key, as you said, because we have to check the accuracy. So we are using GenAI to have supervision of the GenAI chatbot. So we are implementing that. And of course, same as you, we have to work on the vocal part, and we want also to work on the industrialization of the augmented agent, because we also made this test in Orange France.
And technology side, at Google, we already talk about multimodality. It can help on voice, on other topic, understanding videos. That's a big topic, and which is already today. And what is coming next or very soon is real time. Doing this real time as we speak, as we watch the videos, getting the advice from the GenAI agents.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Frederic, Anne-Laure.
Thank you.
And Thibault. Thank you, everyone.